And I want to thank Renee for her continued leadership and friendship as well. Good evening. Lynette Smith has been shattering glass ceilings as an executive and legislative advocate in the credit union industry for over 30 years. She's been the president and CEO of True Energy Federal Credit Union, formerly Washington Gas Light FCU, for the past 12 years, and previously served a 19-year career at the Treasury Department Federal Credit Union, where she held multiple executive positions. And Lynette is no stranger to Capitol Hill either. She has participated in countless roundtable conversations with members of the U.S. Congress and discussed important issues with the U.S. Secretary of Treasury, as well as officials at the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and yes, even at the White House. She educated these stakeholders on the mission of credit unions, the impact of regulatory burden, cybersecurity and vendor due diligence concerns, and of course, the important difference between credit unions and banks. Passionate about financial literacy, Lynette has organized financial literacy initiatives, including an in-house program through Operation Hope that provided free credit counseling to credit union members in the Washington, D.C. underserved community. Among her many accolades, she was awarded NAFCU's coveted Paul Revere Award, recognized for her relentless advocacy efforts. In addition, she was peer nominated and named NAFCU's CEO of the Year for credit unions under $150 million in assets. And the Virginia Credit Union League also honored her by creating the Lynette Smith Scholarship, which benefits a Virginia-based African-American credit union professional and allows them to attend the AACUC's annual conference at no charge. Lynette has not been shy to share her experiences. She was featured in a CU's presentation called Advancing Women and Breaking Down Barriers. And her article, Raising Your Profile, was published in the Credit Union Executive Management magazine. She is also a proud founding member of the Credit Union Women's Leadership Alliance, a safe place to exchange ideas for credit union female CEOs with assets under $300 million. Lynette also mentors young leaders in church-based credit unions and has served on various boards such as the Metropolitan Credit Union Management Association and the AACUC, where she is past chair. Lynette holds a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting, graduating cum laude from Morgan State University, where she was the first president of Delta Mu Delta Business Honor Society. So as you just heard, she has accomplished a great deal. But more importantly, Lynette believes in empowering people and fixing systemic discrepancies that limit people's potential because of the color of their skin or where they live. And as our country continues to grapple with how to overcome its history of injustices, she's not afraid to tell you the hard truths, and I know that for a fact, and to stand up for what is right. From tonight on, we are going to call Lynette a Hall of Famer. But for me, I've been sincerely blessed to call her my friend. Lynette, on behalf of the AACUC, it is my privilege to present you with this recognition, congratulate you on all your achievements, and welcome you into the African American Credit Union Hall of Fame. We would love to hear from you.
Good evening, invited guest. Thank you, African American Credit Union Coalition Board of Directors, our president, CEO Renee Satterwhite, and her dynamic team that assisted in making this a memorable moment for the Hall of Fame recipients this evening. I am truly honored to be acknowledged for this prestigious award. As I reflect, I was the chair when the AACUC board decided that we needed to create a Hall of Fame that recognized credit union professionals of all race and color who have made a difference in our industry, including our distinguished honorees tonight. I stand on the shoulders of the past Hall of Fame recipients. Most of them I have known personally or have met over the years. Some of them have mentored me along my credit union journey, which began in 1989. In 1995, I attended my first AACUC conference. not knowing what to expect. Over the years, I've realized the value of our membership. In 2009, Bert Hash, retired president of AACUC, asked me if I would serve on the board. I was a little reluctant at first, but as my husband says, when the Godfather asks you to do something, you do it. Along with Bert, my fellow Morgan State University alumni, and the other board members over time became my mentors for life. I was the CEO of a smaller credit union, and some of the board members were running credit unions much larger. I always felt welcome, and there was a mutual respect and appreciation for one another. AACUC was all about credit unions helping credit unions. When I spent time with them at board meetings and planning conferences, they welcomed my suggestions and never made me feel like I was running a smaller credit union. I felt empowered, knowing that I was respected. I realize even today that my credit union is better because of the mentorship that I received at AACUC. I have learned that taking advice from other credit union leaders, regardless of age or color, helped me become the leader I am today. The knowledge and advice that I shared, or they shared with me, I in turn shared twofold with my other credit union colleagues along the way. When Larry Sewell, our current AACUC board chairman, recently asked me to chair the mentorship committee, I felt again empowered. This was an opportunity to give back to other members, aspiring them to be leaders in the industry, helping and encouraging them in their professional credit union journey is important to the future of our industry. When I joined the industry, there were about 12,000 credit unions. Today, we are less than 6,000. This downward trend cannot be our trajectory. I have always tried to take advantage of the credit union industry's professional development organizations by belonging to CUES, NAFCU, and CUNA for over 30 years, and have always done my research in finding the best business partners in the industry. From my perspective, emerging and best practices are critical ingredients to the success when leading a credit union. NAFCU provided me the opportunity on 3 occasions to give testimonies on several important regulations facing our industry. It was an opportunity for me to share my credit union story. I was honored to present True Energy to the United States Congress Financial Services Committee. Congressmen want to hear our grassroots stories. NAFCU prepared me for my testimonies and other meetings that I had on Capitol Hill. Thank you, Dan Berger and NAFCU, for the opportunity to represent an industry that I genuinely love. I recall hiking on the hill, as Dan mentioned. I did that with Rick Pello literally the day before an important regulation that would impact our industry on interchange rules. We were successful in getting the regulation passed the next day in favor of credit unions. I want to thank the league also for inducting me into the Hall of Fame at the Virginia Credit Union House in Richmond last year and creating a scholarship in my name, as Dan mentioned. Over the years, I was always pleasantly surprised to receive handwritten thank you notes, emails, phone calls from leaders in the industry. When I attended credit union conferences, credit union leaders would approach me and say, "Thank you, Lynette." I felt honored that I was doing something good for our industry. I'm honored to be on the Metropolitan Area Credit Union Association board. We focus on professional development in the DMV area. 18 months ago, CUNA and CUNA Mutual realized that there was an opportunity for women CEOs with assets under 300 million to have a safe space to network and share best practices. So I'm very honored to be a part of CULA, Credit Union Women's Leadership Alliance. And I'm very humbled that I am one of the founding 12 members. All of these network opportunities and association relationships over the years have allowed me to be the best CEO that I can be. I would like to thank and take the opportunity to personally thank my board chairman, Bill Garner, and our visionary True Energy Board of Directors for empowering me to be their CEO for more than a decade. And to my wonderful team, True Energy, you are great in every sense of the word. I have the best team in the industry. To our AACUC Board of Directors, thank you for your memorable moment in my career. I also must acknowledge Renee Satterwhite, our President CEO. She is a dynamic leader in the industry and has added so much value to our organization. So tonight, allow me to share a historical Black History AACUC moment. Renee always reminds me that I hired her, and that was the best decision that I made when I was board chair of AACUC. Few may not know the story why we hired Renee. Unfortunately, our executive director, Lillian Priest, had passed away, and we needed an executive director to oversee our organization immediately. Along with Renee's expertise in the credit union industry and our then board treasurer, Tim Anderson, currently President CEO at U.S. Senate Federal Credit Union, and me as chair, were able to sustain our operations. We spent countless hours in the evenings and weekends at Wegmans, reviewing financials and overseeing our administrative operations. This was the original start of our CEO, Renee's dream team, as she calls our board of directors to this day. AACUC also means more to me in my personal life. My son, Arrington Smith, participated in our internship program while attending Hampton University over 14 years ago. After one summer at Andrews Federal Credit Union, working in the loan department, he became a young man and quickly learned how important it was to own a home and have good credit. We are so proud of him and his wife, Dominique. They are raising two beautiful children, my grandchildren, Arrington Jr., 8, and Skylar, 6. They know me as Nana. Of course, the success I have experienced would not have been possible without my husband for 38 years, Aaron Smith. A big thank you to my family and my dear friends for the love and support in my professional leadership roles over the years. I want to thank my colleagues that I did not mention tonight. The list is far too long, and the program must continue. I want you to know that I value your leadership and stand on the shoulders of all credit union leaders, past and present. Always remember, our industry's primary goal is to help our credit union members achieve a better financial life. Our industry is so unique. We are willing to help credit unions and leaders along the way. One key ingredient to our success as an industry starts with effective leadership and professional development. The organizations that I mentioned tonight play a significant role in our future. In closing, I am honored to be recognized by my peers, especially as I turn 65 years old and approach my planned retirement as the President CEO of True Energy Federal Credit Union later in the year. This recognition has been a wonderful way to end a chapter in my career. Working for the credit union industry comes easy for me because I love what I do. Thank you again. Good night and God bless.